Ooh, a service thing.
Can you kill something that big?
So this is their answer to Game Pass. Okay.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Kara.
My name is Connor.
I'm the android from Cyberlife. Okay. That's a good game. That's a good game. That's, yeah, it's good. It's overhyped, but good.
After all we've been through.
Question is, do they launch this today? Which I feel like is possible.
It's time.
Okay, so the entire collection. Okay, so coming to PlayStation 5. So not on PS4 or either way. Smart. I'm gonna say no more game announcements, maybe, or maybe one more thing. No, no more game announcements. Mm-hmm. 500 and 400. November 12th. All right.
So now you know. Thank you all for joining us today and for being part of this amazing journey. It's your passion as fans of gaming that drives us to deliver a truly new generation of experiences on PS5. From everyone at PlayStation, we appreciate your continued support, and we look forward to you getting your hands on PS5 very soon. To close, let me leave you with one more quick look.
One more thing. Oh, is this gonna be a montage? It's gonna be Horizon, probably.
The time draws near.
Oh, no fucking way. No fucking way.
You must prepare yourself.
God of War Ragnarok. Oh. Yeah, they don't call it Ragnarok. Stupid. Wow. Didn't see that coming. new camera. It's good.
PlayStation.
That was a really good announcement. I don't know that their Game Pass competition is gonna be as good as it needs to be. But I mean, that price point though is real good. Let's bring Kevin back in and talk about it. Hopefully he'll come in soon. But no, like everything that they showed, apart from Fortnite and the Five Nights at Freddy's thing, I'm like, absolutely. Hey, Kev.
Hey.
So, wow, God of War.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest thing right now. That's the only like really surprising thing. I mean, next year, that's wow.
Yeah, I was not expecting God of War for another year or two. I thought they were gonna like let Horizon be their like system seller for this generation, like the
really,
early
like,
generation system seller. Like, but like, wow, that was.
Yeah, I mean, when did God of War come out again? Like this most recent one?
2018, 2017.
Yeah, so I mean, I know what is it, I mean, literally that's only 3 years.
Yeah.
You know, since the first one, and so I'm thinking like, is that enough time? Because
4 years? Yeah. Well.
Well, I mean, it's what is it? I know it's technically 4 years because I'm sure that they were developing it like almost right away after they finished the.
Well, it'll be coming out.
This one.
I don't
But
know. We don't know when it's coming out. It could be end of the year, which I think is the most likely thing. End of 2021.
Yeah, like holiday 2021.
And if that game doesn't get delayed, I would be a little surprised.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? It's just been like, I don't know. I was fully prepared to wait like until like 2022, 2023 for this game, just because like I know that this is one of those things you can't rush, you know?
Yeah.
Like that God of War 2018 is literally a masterpiece, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a one-shot experience, like a single continuous shot, but which is so hard to block out properly. I imagine even in a game. Probably even more in a game. Because you have like loading screens and like how you have to figure out how to put them in. I imagine this time it will actually be easier for them because of the faster
hardware.
Hardware, yeah.
Yeah.
I think PlayStation's pricing is great
I think so too.
because
I mean,
if you're
it's exactly
thinking
what we
about it,
said.
yeah. But think about this: these are the same console, just one has a disc drive.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of the same thing. Like, not to compare it to Xbox, but the Xbox One S and the Xbox One all digital, in that they are virtually the same console. It's just that one doesn't have a disc drive,
Yeah, but
and
in
because
this
of that,
case,
it drops it a whole $100 down.
though, the Xbox One S is the Xbox Series S, sorry,
Yeah.
is a less powerful version of the Xbox, and it costs $300. The Xbox Series X, right, costs 500, I believe.
500.
So
Yeah.
the base consoles cost the same,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
if you want to like be realistic here, disk drives are not as important as they used to be.
Right. Yeah.
PlayStation undercut the PlayStation's console experience, like being like what they're launching as their next generation of consoles, like their high end next generation consoles, has technically undercut Xbox by $100.
You really?
Well, yeah, because these are going to be the same. These are the same system. One just has a disc drive, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So
and so I
their
would agree that.
highest experience right now
Mhm.
cost at like the minimum cost is $400. For the Xbox, it's releasing one console that's very high end and one console that is lowered version of that, and it's affordable.
Mhm.
It's like,
Yeah,
but
it's a
PlayStation's
cheaper
releasing
version
two of the same
experience.
console.
Yeah, it's what is it? The Xbox Series S is going to be a cheaper experience than the X or the Series X, but the all digital version of the PS5 is just a slightly more affordable version of the same experience.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same hardware without like the disk drive attachment. And I don't know about you, I haven't put a game in my disk drive of a console for a long time.
No, what is it? For me, I am personally a fan of having the discs, but what is it? My issue with getting all digital consoles is I need there to be a lot of space up front. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do we know what the
And
digital edition's gonna have?
it's not going to have a terabyte.
It's
I
not
know
gonna have a
that.
terabyte.
If I remember, they said it was 850 gigs.
850. That's if I'm
It's a
being.
lot.
It's a lot, and if
But
I'm being
it's
realistic,
also...
it's enough for me to play the games and then cycle out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that's the thing.
for PlayStation, you can just plug in an SSD.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For Xbox, it's proprietary.
Is it?
Yes, Xbox's SSDs are. You have to use the proprietary SSD technology.
Really?
Which is rumored that it's gonna cost around $200 for an SSD. So if you buy the Series S and you're like not happy with the space size, you're gonna spend enough to buy a Series X.
Yeah, I guess you are.
If you want to expand the space. I already
be
have
really
SSDs lying around. SSDs you can get at competitive rates.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going with Xbox this generation, which again I think a lot of people are gonna do it, and I think they're gonna be very happy.
Oh yeah.
I'm up until I saw that $400 price point, I was not super sure I was going to shoot for this anytime soon. Now I think I might get it this year.
All right. Hey, that's pretty cool.
I think they convinced me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they just they talked about a lot of shit. I think that they priced it properly enough where I'm like, I don't feel bad spending that money for what I'm gonna get.
I'm also interested in the fact that it comes out. Well, first of all, I believe the Xbox is releasing all at once, whereas the PS5 is releasing only in specific countries
Well,
on the
it's
12th.
yeah, and then on the I believe it was the 18th.
Yeah,
Which
then it's going worldwide.
that's not that weird. I mean, they do that with
What is it?
games.
Yeah, I guess that is true. What is it? I guess but what I am really thinking about is the fact that it's literally a 2-day difference. Like when you can get the Xbox to when you can get the PS5.
Yeah, when does the Xbox come out?
The 10th.
The 10th.
Yep.
Ooh, interesting.
You're gonna have millions of people waiting just 2 days,
Yeah,
while millions of other people are gonna be like, "Hey, I got my Xbox."
yeah, but realistically, the games that you're
overlap
going
is
to be
gonna be-
playing is like you're going to be playing up-res versions of the games that you would be playing on last generation consoles. There's no
Yeah, which
launch
is
titles
that whole
this generation that I'm like they're coming out at launch. Like there's nothing.
yeah.
It's all coming out on both because last generation was so good
Yeah.
for both companies. Like Xbox stumbled at first, but they picked it right back up like a couple years later.
Yeah, for sure. I
Like the momentum that they've been building.
Speaking of up-res versions of the last generation's games, the what is it? The PlayStation Plus collection?
I think
What do you think of that?
I think it's smart. I think it's a step in the right direction. It's not going to be enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think they need to either add like a tiered subscription system, like where if you get like a PlayStation Plus, like and then like a PlayStation Plus Gold or something, you know,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like then you can just you have like this huge library, a backlog. Like, but I understand why they can't really do that.
Well, no, they're definitely not doing it because they just really want to give people something to play when at launch, essentially.
No, they're doing it because they want to compete with Game Pass.
As far as
100%.
I can tell, what is it? As far as I can tell, they're just giving these games to people who have PlayStation Plus.
Yes. But they want
Yeah.
people to like be like, "Oh, PlayStation Plus is a good deal," because Xbox is just removing their subscription and only doing Game Pass. Game Pass
Well,
is
yeah.
Xbox Live now.
Yeah, so as far as I think isn't that like the ultimate version though? I'm pretty sure.
I believe like well,
Or no, that's Xbox All Access is the one that has everything, right?
Xbox All Access is their okay, so Game Pass Ultimate is PC and console Game Pass. Yeah?
Okay. Yep.
If you want Game Pass just for console, it was I believe $10.
And that includes gold?
Yeah, now I believe.
Okay.
I think they're getting rid of Xbox like Live Gold stuff.
Okay.
That's I'm almost positive that will be gone within a year.
Mm-hmm.
Because they basically made it so you can't buy. Essentially, what happened was they made it so you couldn't buy 12 months, I think, anymore.
Right. Yes, I remember
So-
hearing about that.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so they're cutting this, they're making everything Game Pass. And I think that's a great strategy for them. It makes perfect sense because, you know, everyone's buying into Game Pass. You want them to be able to play online. They play online, they're going to buy more games to play online with their friends. And
Yeah,
if you
that's smart.
when you cycle things in and out of Game Pass, like people will pick up games.
And
you
that's
want more
why
people
I
in the
was a
ecosystem.
little, and that's I guess why I was a little confused at first by the PlayStation Plus collection because I thought they were finally saying, "Oh, okay, now PlayStation Now is included in PlayStation Plus," but they're not saying that.
No, they're not saying that. Which I think if the Xbox outsells the PS5 for the first like year, you'll see Sony make some different decisions.
Right.
I truly believe that games as a service is going to pick up in this next generation so fast and so hard. It already has. Like, Xbox Game Pass is literally the best deal, bar none, in gaming right now. The price is just too good. It's too competitive for Sony to be happy with what they're going to get in terms of consoles market share.
Right.
This generation. But Sony still has those exclusives.
They do.
They have those exclusives. They have those console exclusives. But again, though, that means that things are also launching on PC.
Yeah, that's what I was surprised about. Like, I mean, I saw that there was a lot. They showed that image a lot of like only on PlayStation 5, but also on PC.
Yeah. I mean, and it's kind of hard. I get it. It's hard to get like a developer to commit to being like, we're not going to hit PC, because PC is a huge market.
It is.
Like, you double your sales, I imagine, when you go to PC. Like, be like, hey, we're supporting a console and PC. Great. Xbox is doing that with literally all of their games. Yeah. They don't care where you play.
Yeah, I mean, because like Xbox and PC are basically working hand in hand, whereas
they're
PlayStation
Microsoft.
is just exactly. And PlayStation is kind of at a disadvantage there, but it's now trying to make up for that with this whole also on PC thing.
I think that they made a mistake by not going ahead and saying, hey, those PS4, that like PlayStation Plus collection wasn't gonna be on PS4 today. I think they should have been like, okay, right out the gate, if you have PlayStation Plus, you can download these games. Right now, we made a new app, and you can play through that.
Right.
It makes no sense to me why they didn't just go for it. Because why wait until PS5? Are you hoping that you're going to get a couple more sales on those games?
I guess they are.
It's what? 3 months, 2 months away? 2 months away. Less than 2 months away is the launch.
Yeah.
Now.
What is it? The launch? I mean, well, first of all, we have to think about pre-orders.
Yeah.
Because pre-orders for the Xbox, I know, are coming out September 22nd.
Yes.
And I can only imagine that's going to be the same for PlayStation.
Probably.
If not, like, I mean, because essentially because the release difference is 2 days.
Yeah.
You know, so they might start pre-orders exactly on the same day.
Yeah. What were you surprised by that that Five Nights at Freddy's game?
Oh, dude! Like as soon as I saw Freddy Fazbear, it's like, let me, clutch my pillow just a little tighter.
Let me not play this. I'm like, I couldn't. I'm like, good for them. I couldn't care less. It seemed like a weird choice. Other than the fact that Five Nights at Freddy's is extremely popular, like as a YouTube, like people playing it on YouTube game. It's a great game for like streamers and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's going to be something that they're already thinking about, like the streamability of the games that they're going to have at launch.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't talked about like how easy it'll be too.
I mean, dude, that's why they put Fortnite in there.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, they put Fortnite in there because the Fortnite's user base is huge.
Exactly. I mean, it's because it is huge because of streaming.
Yeah.
And so they want you to know, like, all of these games that you like to watch on streams are coming out on there. And so now they're essentially just appealing to that fan base at the same time as I just like playing games by myself fan base.
Yeah. They're talking to those kids and they're like, hey, remember that game you used to play on your iPhone? and your Google phone, your Androids?
Now you can play it
now
on
you can
both of your
now you can play it again.
console. Yeah.
Because Can't play it there anymore.
Yeah.
Like
Why? Why use your regular console that you already own to play the game that you played on your phone when you can just pay $500 to get a brand new console to play it on there?
well, it's a question of if they have a console. Like you have to imagine, every console launch is someone's first system.
That's fair.
So if you think about it, there are probably a lot of kids that play Fortnite on their phones because that's what they have.
Mhm.
I imagine more kids have a phone than they do a gaming system.
That's true.
I think that's a fair assumption.
That
And
is a
now
very
that
fair-
Fortnite's no longer on those, and Epic has been in like legal stuff with Apple
Apple.
and Google, you're gonna. I think that they're gonna be like trying to get a little bit of those, like
It's just off the App
Multiplayer.
Store, right? Is it not even available on the Android store either?
it's
Or
not
the
available on
Google
either.
Play?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's been
Okay.
pulled.
Huh. Man.
Because Epic's
really do
Epic's
be
trying
like
to make
that.
an antitrust kind of lawsuit argument,
Okay.
and hopefully they win, but
Hopefully they win.
hopefully they win because it would make it so much better for all the developers, not to have to pay 30%. But I know you're probably excited for Resident Evil.
Oh yeah. What is it? Weirdly, I am excited for it, but I was a little like thrown off by the whole folktale cutscene. You saw that, right?
Yeah, I saw it all.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just a little like, oh wow. I know like at least 20 people who are gonna say that's not Resident Evil. That's like Coraline.
That's Village. Like I brought it up during the thing, but they absolutely named it Village just to get that VIII in there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like
But-
they had to like think up a game like name where they were just like, okay, how can we fit the Roman numeral in the title? We've done it for like the last one, and it looked really cool. Let's do it again.
It looked super cool when we did it for Resident Evil, the name of our game.
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah. What
What
else?
is I was genuinely waiting for someone to say, "What are you buying?" And it seemed like that's kind of what they showed at the very end there,
Yeah.
except not even in the voice, just a completely different character it might have been. But they were talking about, well, what is it? Taking a look at his wares or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact quote.
Black Ops Cold War.
The alpha, yeah, I'm
Is it?
probably gonna
I thought it was the
get on
beta.
that. No, it's an alpha.
It's an alpha. Oh shit. Okay. Well, it's on
What is it?
Friday. It's this
I
weekend.
know. I'm probably gonna sign up for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it a bit. If only because of curiosity. Like I'm just curious about. I haven't played a Call of Duty in, I don't know, probably like 3 years.
Yeah, no, what is it? Wait, are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Okay, yeah, just making sure because I should let the stream know that I've played just about every Call of Duty except for Ghosts.
I see Ghost. I really liked.
See, there you go.
I I really
Me
enjoyed
personally,
Ghost.
I'm a little like I am excited for Black Ops because I mean out of all of the Call of Duty games I really have loved the Black Ops franchise.
Yeah.
On the other hand, though, I am a little like, oh, Woods, we've seen him in basically all of these games now. Why is he still here?
Yeah.
Like we essentially saw him already as like a withered old man. You would think that, oh, that's the end of his story. Nope. Here he is in 2 more games.
I feel that.
Oh well.
I'm wondering.
Anyway, that's just my Call of Duty rant.
Yeah. DMC5 Special Edition.
Mhm.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what it is. Just like, oh, sure,
Yeah.
fine,
Why
I'll
not?
take it.
Why not do that? I mean, I don't. Why not? I'll take that. The
It's
Harry
the
Potter
first in a
RPG.
long. Mhm. Oh yeah.
Um,
The last thing I was gonna say about the DMC5 was that we're gonna find this is basically the first remaster that we're gonna see of old generation games or current generation games. And it's not even really a remaster, it's just slightly better and brought to the PS5.
yeah. Also, all those games that are coming out like right at the end of this generation, like all
Yep.
basically everything from Ubisoft this year.
Oh yeah.
Like your Watch
I mean,
Dogs, your Assassin's Creed. What else
yeah.
did they announce? I watched the thing. I can't remember. I've been playing
well, I mean,
Siege. Like, if that comes to the next generation of consoles, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, the Harry Potter RPG looks good.
yeah, I'm interested. I mean, I know. Do you think? I saw that it was from the Pottermore people. Do you think you're gonna have to do?
The
You're gonna have to
Pottermore
actually
test.
do the Pottermore quiz
I
to
think it.
figure out your sorting.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was built in there.
You know what? The more I think about it, the more I'm like, oh yeah, they absolutely are gonna do that.
Yeah, because why wouldn't they? They have the thing.
They own it, yeah.
Like, why not use that thing that they know you're gonna want to use anyway? People are gonna like they were gonna go on the website and be like, oh, I'm gonna figure it out, and then I'm gonna make my character that.
Yeah, just build it in. Why not?
Yeah, why not just build it in? Also, like, I who knows? They might just let you like choose what your character's gonna be.
Yeah.
I would like to see both options.
When they talked a little bit about it in terms of like story, but I'm really curious about this whole bit of going outside the school to do what I imagine are just other quests.
Yeah.
Like the ability to go in and out of the school is something I don't know that any other like Harry Potter game has ever tried to do.
Well, I mean, the only other Harry Potter games were like the movie games.
Exactly, but I mean, like I know that they have sections outside of the school, but there's something about the freedom of going in and out that I really like
Yeah.
conceptually.
Honestly, like when that happened, I was like, it reminded me of Fire Emblem
Oh yeah.
Three Houses, because I was like, oh, they're at school. Oh, now they're outside. Oh, they're back at school. Time to learn. Oh,
I mean,
look, they're better at fighting like monsters.
I imagine it's probably going to be just like an Elder Scrolls Online kind of thing, but the idea of the school as like a hub world really works for me for some reason.
I don't think it's gonna be like a MMO.
You don't think it's going to be a multiplayer thing?
I don't know. It didn't super seem like it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, it could be, but to me, it looked like a single player RPG.
Yeah,
But
I can see that honestly, but what is it? The only thing that makes me feel like it might be an MMO is they have a lot of interactions with other students and clearly like a clearly like a character creation thing.
yeah, but they didn't show other students like fighting together,
Right.
which I think that they would have. Like usually when you see an MMO, they're like, oh, it's like a battle, people are working together, like, you know, and they show
Right.
that in like a cinematic trailer. Like if it is a MMO, they buried the lead for me.
Okay.
A little bit.
Huh.
But who knows? You could be absolutely right. Deathloop. Always excited
Looks
to see
cool.
Deathloop. Like
I know, like that's something that's been on your radar for a while.
yeah, anytime you talk about a game from Arcane, for anyone who doesn't know, Arcane is the studio that made Dishonored and Prey, and
Yeah.
basically
By the
they
way, oh god, please play Prey. It's so slept on. I fucking love that game.
yeah, I replayed Prey when I was quarantining back at my parents' house, and oh, it's so good.
Yeah,
It's
honestly.
it's so unfortunate how many people haven't like even heard of that
Tried
game.
it. Yeah.
Like, forget about trying it. People don't even know it exists.
And you
I
know what's funny? Like I feel bad. I personally feel bad because I bought it for like $15 at a Target, and so badly do I wish. Oh God, why didn't I pay for this full price just so I could support this project
That's how you
fully?
know it's a good game, when you feel bad for getting a good discount.
Yeah.
You're like, this deal was good and I am scum.
I
uh
mean, what is it? Like speaking of pricing, how do you feel about the whole fact that PS5 games are all going to be $70?
I don't know that that's been confirmed.
Well, what is it? I can tell you it's confirmed.
Oh, okay. I think that's fair. I mean, you're getting game prices have been steady for a while now.
Yeah.
As long as the content is uh good enough to warrant that price. I played a lot of games in this generation where I was like, I I could see it going for 100. Like
Yeah.
there are $100 games in this generation, like that are worth $100. I mean,
Yeah. Not only that, but I mean, like, what is it? Game development, as it stands, really is more expensive than $60 really can pay
yeah,
for.
and you have to imagine that I don't think there's going to be as many people jumping to the next gen like as fast as they used to.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
and
because like you were saying, this generation has actually been really solid.
yeah, this generation's just been solid, and it's going to keep getting supported for a while. So, is it an extra $10 for the like upgraded version of a game, even?
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
especially if I still haven't seen this from PlayStation, and I know Xbox has their smart delivery system where it's if you buy a game that's going to be on both generations now, uh, you get both versions at launch.
yeah, there's a few games I know that are doing that. Like for example, Madden is doing that. I know NBA 2K is doing that with their
Yeah,
what
EA's
is it?
doing
Their
it, and
LeBron edition. Yeah, the no, wow, LeBron. What am I saying? Kobe edition.
there you
Oof.
go. But
Wow. Yikes.
I think the question is Sony going to have a similar system at all? And it seems like the answer is no.
Yeah, I noticed that with Call of Duty. Have you noticed they are offering a cross-gen bundle?
Oh, are they?
Yeah, so I assume like because they have that partnership with PlayStation that they are that's probably what it's going to be like from now on that you can buy both versions of the game as part of a bundle.
I mean, if it's $70, it should. Here's the thing: it should be the cost of the more expensive version of the game.
I would probably if you're paying for both versions, like basically you're paying for the game twice, but if you're willingly doing that, I think it should be more than 70.
Well, let me put it this way though: the game it's not a different game.
Oh no, it's
You know
not.
what I mean?
But
So I
what is
think you
it?
should have to pay for. I think if you buy the PlayStation 5 version, you should
Mhm.
get the PS4 version. I don't know that if you get the PS4 version, you should get the PS5 version, but I think it should work the other way.
Okay. I see what you're
Do you know
saying.
what I mean? Because at that point, here's the thing: if you buy the PS5 version, the sale's been made. You're
Right.
not going to go back and buy the PS4 version. If you buy the PS4 version, you might be willing to go up to the PS5 version.
Hmm.
No one's buying backwards.
You're right.
So let me put it this way: if Sony goes ahead and just bundles their games like that, and they say, "Hey, PS5, if you get the PS4 version, cool." If you have to buy both games, I think you're gonna see a lot of like, I think a lot of third-party sales are gonna go to Xbox. I think they are
Really?
anyway. Yeah, because
Mhm.
why would you spend more on a game that's gonna be optimized not for any specific console, but just for next gen in general?
Mhm.
Unless it's a PS5 like deal, like a game that like I think Call of Duty is probably gonna play better on at least at launch on the PS5 than Xbox because it's
Yeah,
gonna be more
I mean,
optimized for it.
Yeah, that's for sure. Just because of their whole partnership.
Yeah. Do I think that like every game is going to do that? Absolutely fucking not.
Hmm.
The reason why PlayStation games are so good is because they take that hardware and they finesse everything to fit that hardware's thing. Look at Horizon Zero Dawn on the PC. It doesn't work.
Fair.
And it's
I
because
guess.
it had to be ported over when it was optimized for a PlayStation 4 and a PlayStation 4 Pro. And you know what? That's fine. But if you're not gonna support like cross generation, don't release the exact same version of the game with just upped graphics. You
Right.
know, they have to. It has to be like I'm okay with special edition. I think special edition makes sense. Like I think when they redid The Last of Us, or they changed like the graphical quality, they made it like made it look better. They made the game look better. What's my
Yeah,
point?
I mean,
You know,
personally, I was really like I remember being disappointed with how little was different with the Last of Us remastered.
yeah,
Even I mean, what is it? What you got the DLC pack and the graphics were changed, but it was largely like the same game, and I remember wanting more, but
yeah.
like I guess I have like now I have like a better idea of remasters as a whole, and so I know like not to expect, you know, Resident Evil 2 remake kinds of differences.
Yeah, I think the difference now is though it what back then it was the same game, but it costs the same too.
Hmm.
Games have been $60 for a while.
Yeah.
So if they're going to be releasing the same game and it costs $70 and it's only changes graphics, then I
Then
don't
that's
know.
going to be problematic.
I don't know that that flies anymore
Hmm.
because last generation's jump was huge. This generation's jump less big. It's
I
more
think.
about like it's more about hardware speed than anything else. And if the game doesn't take advantage of it, like if they don't make a version specifically to take advantage of that speed, then
Mhm.
it's not going to matter.
I still think we have yet to see something really take advantage of the new hardware. You know, I'm still waiting for something to be like, okay, wow, this is the PlayStation 5. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
not just, oh, I can do this on my PS4 Pro.
I think the difference is you're not going to see like the visuals be super different unless you have a TV that can do one HDR and handle frame rates. You
Hmm.
have to have a good display,
Right.
and the game's gonna have to make use of ray tracing.
Hmm.
Like, but realistically, I think you're gonna have the where the PS5 is gonna shine is its haptics, its 3D sound, and the experience that you get. I think what you can't really visualize the difference
Hmm.
right now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting about the haptics and the whole like adaptive trigger thing.
Yeah,
I feel like that's gonna need its own version of the game 1-2 Switch.
yeah.
Like where there's gonna need to be something like that that really shows the fidelity of that controller.
Hellblade 2. I
Yeah. Now you
100%.
can
It's gonna be that game.
see, hear, and literally feel
Yeah,
the pain and suffering all around you.
100%.
Oh god,
Like,
that's gonna be terrifying.
but that was the thing. Like, Xbox doesn't really have a new controller technology.
They don't.
They put another button on it, and they were like, okay, cool, we got another button.
Yeah.
PlayStation redesigned their controller. They went back and they were like, okay, what can we do to make you feel more connected with the game?
And I do really enjoy the fact like they're essentially giving everyone a microphone so that way like I don't know, they're putting a lot of more emphasis on that online play. Like you should always be able to talk to your friends.
you should be happy about. You never use it.
Get out of here, Andy.
Andy, get out of here.
Get out of here.
But you do understand what I mean by that, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So, question is, are you gonna get it?
If Andy wants to talk, he has to come closer to the thing.
I'll get it too, you know.
Andy, do you want to be on the stream?
Stream? Are they streaming right now?
Yeah, Alex and I are streaming right now.
Yeah, no, you're not. You would have been playing already.
No, I mean we're talking on the stream right now,
Oh,
Andy.
okay. Stream.
Do you want to
If you want to sit down,
actually
then sit
talk,
down.
or do you want to go?
Just say hi for them. Just hi to them for me, yeah.
All right.
All right, so he's going.
Okay.
Sorry about that, stream.
It's fine. It's always good to hear from Andy. What else was there? Spider-Man.
Yeah, what is it? I'm
Looks good.
excited for that. Like, of course, visually, it's still stunning.
Yeah.
And what is it? It definitely is like built from the same bones as Spider-Man PS4.
Yeah.
I'm definitely like hooked in to this story already.
Yeah. I'm excited to jump back into that world, like get some Miles Morales like style gameplay where like they showed like he has different abilities and stuff going on.
Yeah. That's interesting. Like I was wondering how they were going to implement that, just because like Spider-Man PS4, you already have so many abilities, but they're all like tied to his gadgets. And so I'm wondering, are they just going to make it feel like another gadget? And it seems like absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's something that's
Inherent.
always available right there.
It's less tech, more inherent power set and skills.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, no, I'm excited for that. I think that was a great idea for them to like go ahead and be like, okay, we're gonna just
Come out the gate with that.
What works. We're gonna release another Spider-Man game, like a smaller one, but we're gonna make sure we have something that can show off something that but different, like upgraded, essentially.
Right.
Upgrade the gameplay, make it so it works with the new system. I'm excited.
I have a question for you, like as like I know that you have more knowledge of comics than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't Miles from Brooklyn?
Yeah, I think so.
So why is he from Harlem in this game?
Well, I mean, this is their version of like the character. I think it's probably just to create a different sense of like your surroundings in the story.
Right. Yeah.
It's probably gonna tie in because like in Spider-Man, the city is a character.
Oh, for sure.
Like in every Spider-Man game, anything that you watch, less so in the new Marvel Spider-Man movies.
Mm-hmm.
But if you if you look at Spider-Man 2, like with Tobey Maguire, the city is so big of a character in that movie, and the people in it.
Even in the first movie,
Yeah.
even the first Tobey Maguire movie, they show that the city is a character.
But you see it in Spider-Man 2, like when they carry him through the train, and you see like he's the city's Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly. And hell, in the first movie, they're like you have people on the bridge throwing stuff at the Green Goblin because it's like I think the quote is literally, "If you mess with him, you mess with us."
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. And it was just a beautiful moment. And I remember thinking in Spider-Man PS4, like the way that they changed the city throughout the story feels really well done and really organic.
Yeah.
In a way. It shows that this city is like its own like living, breathing thing.
Yeah.
That changes with you and without you, kind of there.
Yeah. So as to why they would set it where he's from Harlem and in Harlem, I think it's just to give you a different sense of character. I think it's also because he is a black young man, and they want to give that like that feeling.
And so, what was it? What I hope that this means is like this. What I hope that this means is that this game is actually not going to be in Manhattan.
I also
I
hope that.
genuinely hope that it's going to be like in like the other boroughs, but of course, like Harlem.
Yeah. I think you'll see that. I think that's probably what they're gonna do.
Hmm.
Because I can't imagine that they use the same map. I feel like
I would not be surprised if
I-
they did.
I wouldn't be
but I'd
surprised,
be a
but I
little
feel like they
disappointed.
won't. You know what I mean? Like I'm feeling confident in Insomniac that they wouldn't just be like, okay, here you go, here's the same exact thing that you had before.
Yeah, I guess if it were just any other game studio, I would be like, yeah, they're gonna give us Manhattan again, but just slightly skinned differently. But with the way that Insomniac handled Spider-Man PS4, I'm I'm kind of counting on them giving us a new map.
What about Infamous First Light? Because that's what you're kind of looking at in terms like that is another game where they basically built around the
I actually never
Second
played
Son.
Infamous First Light.
Now I'm pretty sure that that actually took place in Seattle. I can't remember. But they changed the city up quite a bit. It's the same kind of idea. The gameplay is different, but they keep the core mechanics the same. Just to tell a new story, a slightly smaller in scope narrative. And I imagine that this game, Miles Morales, is going to lead into the sequel.
Oh, 100%.
I think they're going to use it to bridge the gap. And you'll see a lot of what happened in this game like translate into the future.
Oh yeah, I mean we're definitely gonna get like a tease of the second one whenever like that game does drop. But of course, I would, I expect the trailer for Spider-Man 2 probably, well, definitely sometime in 2021.
Yeah, I would say end of year 2021 or mid year 2022. But that's that's guessing. That's speculation. It's too early.
Oh yeah, way too early.
You have to see how Miles Morales actually turns out. You know.
Yeah.
But overall, I think that this was a really good showcase of like what they're about. They had a lot of varied games. Oh wait, one sec. You know what we didn't talk about?
What?
How good the Demon Souls remake looks.
Oh right, yeah. I kept meaning to swing back to that. That looks amazing.
It looks better than anything that studio has ever put out.
Yeah, I mean, what is it? That one really feels a lot more like the jump between like the jump that Resident Evil 2 remake was, whereas it's like everything seems to be like so much better than it was the first time around.
Yeah, it's polish.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing. What we're looking for right now is if you're gonna do a remastered, polish it.
Right.
Even if it's a turd, polish the shit out of it, make it look amazing. I don't know. I've seen
I
a lot
wouldn't
of
say
polished
that. A
turds.
polished turd is a polished turd is still a turd,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen a single turd yet in this showcase.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm hoping that it stays that way. I think it was smart of them to start off with the new Final Fantasy because
Yeah, that's the
that
only
was a good
thing that
announcement.
wasn't. That wasn't the only. That was rather the only thing that wasn't captured fully on PS5.
Yeah, because it's I think it's really early.
Oh yeah.
They probably rushed to put that out. If I'm being like realistic in my head, I can't imagine that they're super far along in their development.
Yeah, I would probably guess that everything that they showed is everything that they have.
Yeah. But I'm excited for that game. I thought it was going to be like a spin-off. I didn't think it was going to be a mainline entry. Just because of where Final Fantasy has been going in the past, like, I don't know, decade. You know, They seem to be taking a step back and being like, okay, we're gonna make it less technology, more, you know, swords and shields. I'm okay with that. That sounds great.
Because swords and shields, you know, sometimes it's just be like that.
Yeah, combat
do?
looked fun.
It did.
It looked
For
like
what little we actually saw.
yeah, and who knows if how it'll change by the time it comes out, but it looks a lot like 15, and I liked 15 a lot.
I was wondering, like, I mean, of course, I know they want to announce 16 just to get that hype up, but I feel like more people are kind of waiting for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2.
Yeah, but like remember how long it took for part 1 to come out?
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
Of course, I want them to spend an equal amount of time.
sorry, you just cut out, Kevin.
We'll see. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know that they should be spending an equal. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Well, yeah, I was just saying that they should spend a pretty substantial amount of time on part 2, if not as much as they spent on part 1.
Yeah. Um,
That being said, though, I know people are kind of
They're
really
chomping at the
waiting
bit.
for that.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think that you'll see part 2 come out before this.
Really? You think part 2 is coming out before Final Fantasy 16?
Probably. I mean, because they have the formula for that game. They know what they're gonna do pretty much for part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I imagine that this is still more fluid than that.
All right. Yeah.
More fluid than
more
Jello.
nebulous.
Yeah. It's in that, like, kind of like magma stage before it cools down and becomes rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is more like water. So but yeah, no, I think I'm excited for all the games that are coming out. I mean, I wasn't, there was nothing again other than like the Five Nights at Freddy's and Fortnite that I was like, oh, I don't care about this at all. You know?
What is it? I'll be honest. Like there were a few that I was just like, okay, let's move on. For example, like the Harry Potter one too. If I'm being completely frank.
Sure. If
But,
you don't like Harry Potter, then like it's definitely not your thing.
Yeah, but I do. I am surprised at the fact that it's Pottermore is basically making their own development team, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So that's kind of more surprising than anything, that they have their own team doing this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty surprised that the game looks the way it does visually.
As far as I could tell,
I'm
that was
excited.
mostly like cinematic stuff.
No, there was like a lot of gameplay stuff mixed in. That was
Really?
It didn't look good enough to be cinematic.
You thought that? Okay. Huh.
That's the thing. It looked good, but not good enough to be cinematic, which is why I can say with some confidence that it's not.
That was gameplay.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. What is it? What is it? It's too soon to say whether or not, like, oh yeah, this is like actual in-game footage or not, because that's not what they said.
Yeah, I imagine that it was intercut stuff, not gameplay, but engine rendered is what I mean.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it wasn't like pre-rendered by like a different engine or software.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I think Sony set themselves up for if not success, then at least like a fighting chance.
Definitely a fighting chance, but I do still think like if we're still actually talking about this as if it were a console war, which we both agree that it's not really,
Yeah.
then I would say that it's definitely presented itself with a fighting chance.
Yeah.
But I do think it's anyone's game at this moment.
Yeah, it's definitely anyone's game. It's not a console war, but you know, they are going to be competing for sales.
Yeah.
Like they're offering different things, but to most consumers, like that's not going to be super apparent because a lot of these consoles are going to be bought by parents for their kids.
Yep. 100%.
And I can't wait to see parents buy an Xbox One S for their kids when they want a Series S.
Yeah, that one's gonna be so brutal.
It's gonna be the Wii U thing all over again.
I know.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be so painful for parents
Kevin,
and for children.
You better not sell any parents the wrong system. Come this
I'm gonna try my best, dude. What is it?
You son of a bitch.
The whole Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Oh, but there's also like a Modern Warfare from 2007. Oh, what does that mean?
Yeah, but
that was its own fiasco for like when that game released.
Yeah, but that's like, so hey, how do you not know?
How do you not know that
one of these games is 13 years old? Come on. Like at that point, you fucked up. Take your $15 game. If it's even that much.
No, I've definitely had that conversation several times. But no, I 100% know that the Series X and Series S is also going to be its own thing.
Oh, it's going to confuse the shit out of people.
Oh yeah.
People like numbers; they don't like letters. I think
that's why I do really think the PS5 is going to sell better, just because like it's something that consumers are easily able to like grasp. Oh, it's the next one. Got it.
Yeah. I think that the install base for Game Pass has gone up enough where they're going to edge out. Just with the Xbox, I think they're going to be like, okay, if I get this, then hey, it's easy. Also, people know the cell phone payment plan. They understand it.
Yeah.
Like
the financing thing is going to be a really interesting way, or it's going to have a really interesting effect on sales, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to do it.
I do too.
Like
just because
it's a decent like idea and it's a decent deal. Like you pay off like for a Series X. Here it is. I actually have it up right here. Let me take a look. It's loading. It's loading. So let's see. So for $35 a month of Xbox All Access, you get for 24 months. $35 a month. You get an Xbox Series X console and 24 months of Xbox Game Pass. So if you remove what Xbox Game Pass Ultimate already costs from that, it's $20 a month for the console for 24 months.
Which isn't a bad deal.
That's not bad at all. Actually, hold up. Wait. It costs less to do Xbox All Access for the console, actually. Because you'll save like $20.
Yeah. What is it? It's like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a very interesting thing to watch in terms of sales, because it is technically just saving you money to do the financing thing.
It's smart. I would do it if I didn't hate monthly payment plans for tech.
Yeah, I mean,
for tech in my hands, I hate the idea of not
owning it. Yeah, in a way, I'm kind of the same way. When I heard about the financing plan, I was like, what if I just want to pay $500 and have my console just to own it? But the more I think about it, the more I realize like this is gonna open it up to a lot more people.
Yeah, no, that's why they did it too. Like that's why literally everything that Microsoft is doing is to get people into the ecosystem.
Mm-hmm.
That is 100% of their business plan. Like, is just let's get everyone on Game Pass.
So what we're taking from this is that Xbox is for everyone and PlayStation is for weebs.
Yes,
100%.
that's gonna be the title of the video, Kev.
It should be.
Xbox is for everyone and PlayStation is for weebs. And it's not going to make sense until the very end because nothing we've said has gone to that effect.
Nothing we've said should make sense, but
yeah.
in a way, it's the truth. It's like if you're a weeb, you know that these are the games that you want, and these are the games you're gonna pay full price for. And by full price, I mean the full price of the console.
Yeah.
Whether that's 400 or 500 is all up to you.
Now, let me ask you this: are Series X games also going to be $70?
I believe that's the case.
Okay.
But I would need to check to make sure.
Because if they were different, that would be
that's a whole kerfuffle.
That's a whole other conversation. But yeah, overall, I'm excited for both. I'm still more excited for a PlayStation because I think that's where the unique experiences of a console come in.
Because you're a weeb.
Yeah, I'm a weeb.
And so am I. And that's why I know that of the two, I will probably get a PS5. But I also do have to acknowledge how
tempting.
How not just how tempting, but how available they have made the Xbox.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because it's going to be definitely a lot more people's first console than the PS5 is.
Yeah. Because let me put it this way: if I'm a parent,
exactly.
I want to spend $300 and then like 15 or $10 a month, depending on which Game Pass deal you get. Like, I don't want to, and then not have to buy any games, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just that cost barrier down alone is huge. And like, for me as the consumer who I am, like me personally, I'm willing to.
You as a weeb, yes.
I'm gonna keep on using Game Pass. I'm not gonna unsubscribe from Game Pass.
Yeah, and nor do I think you should.
Because it's a good deal, and like it means that I have to buy less games. I'm still gonna get games that aren't on it, but like if I only have to pay $15 a month for Game Pass, and then I can just play everything in forever, like it's already paid for itself.
Right.
Almost every game that we played on this stream has been Game Pass.
Yeah, if actually all of them. I mean, I'm not that you
all
and
the
I
ones
have played
that you
together. I don't know about you.
Yeah. I mean, I play with Minecraft, and technically that is on Game Pass.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that isn't is Siege. And like that's the thing.
I haven't watched that stream. How's that going for you?
Siege. The stream broke down. I'm going to be playing more though.
All right.
Because I fucking have become enamored with that game.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a lot of stuff going on to lure you in. Like I keep thinking, oh, maybe I should play that.
Yeah. I mean, also they had this Ultimate Edition that was on sale. I picked it up for $40, and it has literally all of the season passes for the past like 5 years.
Oh, rad. So
I have all the operators and everything, and like I no longer have to grind for them. That's not right. But yeah, man. Anything else you have on your head, or?
No, what is it? I mean, we've talked about basically everything that we saw.
No, I think we've exhausted it.
Yeah.
I will say this though, the Xbox their fucking SSD thing is like a Trojan fucking horse, I think.
Really?
It's a special expansion card for the Series X and S. Like that you have, like that's the thing.
I mean, what is it? I do genuinely think that, yeah, the space thing is going to be an issue, and I really am disappointed that, um, I'm really disappointed that the PS5 All Digital Edition still doesn't come with a terabyte, because that would have, I think, set it over the Series S, just because it's like, okay, you immediately have more space than the competition.
Yeah.
Which is when more space is more games that you can have at the same time.
Yeah.
And that is just, of course, more, I think, appealing to players.
Yeah. It's probably, and I'm looking this up right now because what I think is that it probably has something to do with what's being stored. I imagine it is actually a terabyte drive in there, but the storage is being used up to some extent, like how it's formatted.
Right.
Because when you format a drive, you actually have less than a terabyte on it, like when you put a file system in it.
Right, of course.
I imagine that their custom, like, storage stuff takes up some space. I didn't think it would be, like, 175 gigs worth of space, but it's not that shocking. And it doesn't seem like game sizes are actually going to go up that much or at all from what we keep hearing.
Game sizes, you don't think?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because I think that games are about as big as they're gonna get for a while, at least. Because at a certain point, you're not optimizing enough, and that's why your game's big.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, Call of Duty. They need to fix that shit.
They really do.
I
It's atrocious.
was interested in that game, and then I was like, I couldn't install it anywhere if I wanted to. Even if I went and like got it, it would be impossible to install.
I mean, what is it? It's even the first game I've ever seen that says like, yeah, like as a console player, it's the first game I've ever seen. It's like, yeah, you can go ahead and uninstall certain data packs just because it's not necessary if you don't want all of it.
It's
And
ridiculous.
for a console game to give you like that out is so fascinating to me.
For that game to be Call of Duty, too, that game does not need to be that big. Like, think of like giant open world games and like these huge experiences, and then think about Call of Duty and look at the size difference. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is like 100. It's closing in on 100, or it's a little over 100, right?
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty at this point has reached like what 200 gigs.
I think so.
250.
Yeah.
There's no reason for it.
None, absolutely not.
It is them not optimizing their like programming and not like working to make it smaller, because they could.
And I guarantee you that's not going to change for the PS5.
Yeah. So if
Hopefully,
you want to
Black
play
Ops
Call of Duty,
will be better. Yeah.
you should make sure that you get an expansion pack for the Xbox and PS5.
Yeah.
All right, I think that's about it, Kev.
Yeah, that's a stream, baby.
Thanks for chatting with me about this.
Yeah, of course.
This
I know
will
that
be-
we would have chatted anyway.
Yeah, we were gonna do it anyway, so I thought why not make a stream of it?
Why not let random strangers hear our opinions and, you know, absolutely demolish us for having dumb opinions?
Yeah. Well, you.
Well, you more than me, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Wait, what?
What?
Okay, thanks.
See ya, bud.
Bye, guys.